Today we're going to be talking about A Hand in the Darkness, my initial gameplay, Grey Rainbow, episodes 3 and 4, Brown Girls, episodes 1 through 4, Hanging Out, episodes 5 and 6. So don't change that video because we'll be starting right now. Hi, my name is Devin Jackson Randall, and welcome to Queer Fudanshi, where I share LGBTQ and BL Media through news, reviews, and good conversation. Today is Wednesday, and that means it's time for the reviews section of that. This is the last week's queer reviews, where I talk about LGBTQ and BL Media that I talked about in my blog post, link in the description. Those will be the spoilered conversations, whereas here we'll just do basic description and some non-spoilers. So let's get talking. To start off, we're going to be talking about A Hand in the Darkness. A Hand in the Darkness is a recently released visual novel. If you don't know, a visual novel is a mix between a video game and a book. It is mostly text, story-based stuff. But then in addition to that, there are a lot of visuals and auditory aspects that add to the experience. But anyway, the story is about a high school boy back in the 1900s in England. And he is joining a boarding school for the first time. His parents have gotten into some money, so they try to get him a higher education. And so he joins this new school. He meets these 3 new friends who are going to be his dorm mates for the year. And then on top of that, there's this weird situation where he keeps on being tripped down the stairs and being attacked in the woods. And what's going on with that? If you guys want to get this game, you can buy it on itch.io. I have a link in the description. It's $10 US, heads up. In addition, you can also play the demo for free. Link. Anyway, this game is pretty simple, honestly. For my own thoughts, I played my initial gameplay. I have not finished a whole route yet, but I'd say I'm either halfway or like 3/4 into Damien's route. And it's a pretty simple game. Everything in the entire setup is simple. From the simple storyline, high school dorming. The characters, yes, they are cliches. The bad boy, the nice guy, the shy academic. That said, the story is interesting enough to keep me engaged, even if just a little bit. I don't think that this is like the next great game, but I think it is pleasant enough. Everything about this game is basically middle line. As for my Damien route, no spoilers. Spoiler link in the description. But I found the character to be interesting. I found him to be like, oh, I want to like this character more. But at the same time, he is kind of repulsive as a character and as a romance option. He says some things that are pretty messed up considering the time period. In addition to that, I feel like there is no real chance of a happily ever after for the characters. But once again, I've not gotten to the end, so I can't say for sure. Once again, if you guys want to check out this game, you can buy it on itch.io, link in the description, or you could get the demo for free. Next, we're going to be talking about Grey Rainbow. Grey Rainbow is a TV show from Thailand. It was a mini-series, a part of a longer program of mini-series that was specifying on different kinds of love. Love between high school friends, love between a mother and a son, this, that, and the third. And Grey Rainbow was the gay love storyline. It specifically focuses on 2 best friends and college roommates, Noor and Porsche. Noor is the son of parents who own an elephant camp and resort, and then Porsche is the son of a lawyer. That becomes important in the 3rd and 4th episodes. Porsche falls in love with Noor and things evolve from there. If you guys want to check out this web series, you can find it here on YouTube for free. I'll have a link in the description. As for my thoughts, I'm conflicted. The web series, the miniseries is absolutely beautiful, great production, great acting. Everything is great except for the ending. The writers really were set on an idea and then they didn't even deliver that idea well. That said, everything leading up to those last 10 minutes was wonderful. The characters are truly well acted. The 2 main characters are loving and charming, and they really go through the motions of becoming a couple and then staying strong as a couple. And then the web series really tackles a lot of issues in gay life. Things like falling in love with a straight man, when you are straight or consider yourself straight and then realize that you might be interested in the same sex. Conversations about coming out to parents, marriage, equality rights, and this, that, and so much more. So this is an interesting series with a bad ending. Once again, if you guys are interested in checking out this mini-series, there's a link in the description, go check it out. Third, we have Brown Girls. Brown Girls is a web series. It's about Layla. She is a writer, and she is also becoming very confident in her queerness. And then in addition to that, she has a best friend named Patricia, who is going through her own story of trying to figure out her parents who were now separated. And then in addition to that, she's struggling with bringing up her new career as a musician. If you guys want to check out this web series, there is a link in the description for free. You can check it out on Vimeo or on their official website. So I've only seen up to the 4th episode of 7 so far, but so far this web series is absolute perfection. Literally, it is perfect, every little thing about it, except for one complaint, and that's the littlest of complaints, and that's I don't believe that these two can afford the apartment they live in. Other than that, everything is wonderful. From the acting, from the writing, to the camera work, everything is absolutely wonderful. I cannot stress that enough. Normally when I do blog posts, I take notes while I'm watching whatever I'm watching, but when I was watching this web series, I wasn't taking any notes. I literally was just so absorbed in the web series, I could not take notes. That's how good it was. In addition to that, sometimes I really thought that, like, are these actors ad-libbing? I really thought that they were ad-libbing because their conversation felt so natural and felt so realistic to just, like, you're just talking, that I was really like, this can't all just be written and then just acted so fluently and so fluidly. I just don't believe it. No, I don't believe it. As for the actual story, honestly, there's not a lot going on. Layla is going through a struggle with her not girlfriend, and then in addition to that, there is Patricia, whose parents are getting divorced, or not divorced, but separating. So that's basically all that's happened so far. But even with that non-plot, I'm absolutely entertained. So if you guys are interested in checking out this web series, once again, links in the description, go check it out. Lastly, we have Hanging Out episodes 5 and 6. If you guys don't know, Hanging Out is a Filipino web series. It's about David, who is a normal guy, who just wants to go on a normal grinder hookup, right? And he ends up in the wrong place at the right time. He knocks on the door of this new group of friends who all just push him into their lives. And he not only becomes friends with them, but he's also kind of interested in one of them in a romantic way. So if you guys are interested in checking out this web series, link in the description, you can find it here on YouTube for free. As for my own thoughts, I am happy. It's charming, it's nice, it's simple. I'm not devastated to see it go, but at the same time, it's a little sad because these characters are really nice. The show is really about friendship, first and foremost. In addition to that, there is the side kind of story of Adrian and David. Like, are they or aren't they? This story really does tackle a lot of important issues in LGBT life, such as in episode 4, which is all about HIV testing. That even spurred me to have a video about HIV testing and my own thoughts and some simple information. Go check that out. In addition to that, in episode 5, they talked about transgender life and transitioning and about drag life, and they did it in such a simple and nice way that it was enjoyable. That's really what this show is. Simple, nice, and enjoyable, and about friendship, first and foremost. So once again, if you want to check out this series, go check it out, link in the description. And that is it for this last week's Queer Reviews. If you guys want to know what my ratings are, you can look them up right up here. And then, in addition to that, if you guys want to know what I'm talking about for next week, here you go. Right here. And then, as always, if you guys have any comments on any of these shows, non-spoilers, spoilers in the spoiler blogs, go ahead and check those out. Write them up. Let's talk about it. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and to subscribe if you haven't already. Queer Fudanshi tries to share LGBTQ and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. So let's get talking. Bye.